We have very exciting updates regarding Sonic Movie 3. As you know, it is right around the corner as it is scheduled to come out this year at the end on December the 20th. The last we've heard about Sonic Movie 3 was it was finally back in production as the writers and actors strike was over, and we saw a teaser of Shadow the Hedgehog in a poster. However, that is the last we heard about this, and we have a lot of new juicy information that we're going to dive deep into in this video, such as the potential voice actor for Shadow and the speculated age rating for Sonic Movie 3. So if you've been a supporter of this channel, you will know for the longest time we've speculated as well as we kind of fan casted Shadow the Hedgehog for Sonic Movie 3. For the longest time we were hoping that it was going to be Jason Griffith. However, it kind of does make sense that he would be the voice actor for Shadow the Hedgehog Sonic Movie 3, especially more of the interviews as well as presentations I watched of Jason Griffith. It really seems like he's just out of the franchise for good, and especially when it comes to Paramount and the producers for Sonic Movie 3, all they want to do is look for a big Hollywood dude to voice Shadow in Sonic Movie 3. And the reason for this most likely is because a lot of these parents are going to be taking their children to watch Sonic Movie 3. So what better way than to put a big Hollywood actor voicing the character that the parents are going to recognize and instantly want to watch the movie because an actor that they're familiar with or like are voicing one of the characters. Everybody has been talking about this person. His name is Hayden Christensen, also played Vader from Star Wars. Will this person be a good Shadow or not? That is up for debate. I really have no idea how this is gonna go. I'm personally not a fan of Star Wars, nor I've heard of this person ever before. Therefore, I cannot really judge. Knowing Vader, he is a very dark character. He's a villain, obviously. However, Shadow, he's not a villain. He's definitely on the villain side, presumably if they decide to go with the storyline off of Sonic Adventure 2. And if they go with the storyline of Sonic Adventure 2, chances are Shadow is going to be a villain for a small part of the movie and become a hero at the end. And that also leads to the next thing we want to talk about is we also received age rating for Sonic Movie 3 that may be possible. So Sonic Movie 3 is rated 12 plus, and this is according to a Solvagen rating website, which is another country that rates their movies. If we look at the rating 12 plus, that is an equivalent to the US PG-13. So this means it is for an audience that is recommended for a parental guidance, however, for 13 and above years old. And for a Sonic movie, this may not make complete sense. Honestly, it is way more profitable to be a family-friendly movie for everybody, at least like Sonic Movie 1 and 2, where it was rated PG, meaning children could watch with supervision of their parents, as opposed to PG-13 definitely would restrict the audience, especially if the parents are on the more conservative side and are very serious about what their children are watching, that sort of thing. PG-13 is definitely going to weed out that type of audience. That is my best assumption on what's going to happen. However, literally anything could happen. However, if we're looking at the strict facts, according to the Solvagen rating website, it is rated 12 plus, which is almost an exact equivalent to the US rating PG-13. However, all of this information is subject to change. We definitely will keep you updated here on the channel, so if you're not already, definitely subscribe down below, and while you're at it, drop a like on the video. I'll be ever so appreciated. Now, talking about Shadow and his story from Sonic Adventure 2 as well as Sonic X, literally his friend Maria was shot to death by the government, and it can go three types of ways with Sonic Movie 3. Knowing Shadow's story was very emotional and very deep, and partially even very graphic depending on how you look at it. Now, if they decide to go the PG rating or even lower, they decide to go with the general audience rating, there is a big chance that they might have to modify the story to be suited for all audiences, meaning they have to take away the whole idea of Maria being shot to death. There's no other way they could pull a rating off like PG or general audience without completely taking that out of the story. And the second way they could possibly go with this is by doing it very similar to what Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic X Japanese dub was, which is an off-screen death. So basically it showed the government agent shooting Maria, firing the gun, and gave you the idea that Maria was shot to death. However, there was definitely no gore or even screaming at that matter. It just showed a gunshot and that's it, because anything more I think would have gotten a PG-13 rating or even higher. Now obviously if there's blood and gore, that definitely will score itself an R rating for restricted audiences. However, if I were to take a personal guess at this, my thing is looking at history to dictate what the future is going to be like. If you look at Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic X, which is presumably the story they're going to go with for Sonic 3, chances are it's going to be the exact same thing. So chances are this movie may be a PG or PG-13 rating. If I were to pick one of those, it's definitely going to be a PG rating. However, they're definitely going to take off something, whether it's just one thing or multiple things from what was in Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic X, and that's assuming that today's times are a lot different. What's considered to be inappropriate per age bracket may be a lot different nowadays than what it was back when Sonic Adventure 2 and even Sonic X came out. Things that were acceptable back in the day may not be acceptable nowadays. However, only time would tell. Of course, we are scheduled to get this movie December the 20th of this year, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below, and of course we will keep you guys updated on anything that comes out in the future. So definitely subscribe down below to the channel and drop a like on the video while you're at it. And thank you guys for tuning in today, and we will see you guys on the next video or live stream.